Danielle is so hateful and mean-spirited, she tried to ruin our wedding.
When Brandon and I were getting married, we asked Danielle if our daughter could be our flower girl. Danielle said, over my dead body.
I was upset. 2 months earlier, Brandon bought me a 1.5 carat bracelet. So the wedding was a complete shock to me.
I was infuriated. I had to go to court and file petitions just to get my daughter at our wedding.
Out of revenge, the day before my wedding, Danielle called CPS on us.
I get a call from Brandon stating our daughter had a bump the size of an egg on her head.
She had slipped and hurt her head. I told Danielle exactly what happened so that there would be no problems.
I asked Brandon to take our daughter to the doctor and he refused, so I called CPS.
Out of nowhere, CPS showed up at our front door. A social worker interviewed Brandon, myself, and my bridal party. I couldn't believe it was happening. It was humiliating.
As ridiculous as it sounds, Danielle's interference did not end there.
After our wedding, Brandon's family brought our little girl back to New York. And during the layover, our daughter called Danielle just to let her know she was on her way home.
When the plane landed, police were waiting to check my little girl.
When I spoke to my daughter, she sounded very exhausted and dehydrated. Being cautious, I felt like I had to do that.
I am sick and tired of all of Danielle's nonsense.
There is no limit to what Danielle will do to terrorize me and my family. She has no shame.
Okay, thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
What do you say to what was just in that tape piece? They're saying that you're using your daughter actually as a weapon, as a tool, as a pawn to try to make them miserable.
I think that's very sad. I think it's very sad for this little girl. I think they just want to exploit my family's name, come out here and get their 15 minutes of fame right now. I think this is they have no class. It's ridiculous to bring this little girl. They're the ones that's bringing this little girl on national television and me, and making my poor little girl, making me look like it's horrible for me to try to get help. Meanwhile, he said there was an egg on her head and, a bump on her head the size of an egg. And he wasn't taking her to the doctor. I'm supposed to just sit there and do nothing? Absolutely not. I'm doing what's right for my child.
Okay, so you have called the police or the sheriff or CPS numerous times.
Well, he has denied me access to my child many times, too.
Okay, you have called the police or the sheriff or CPS numerous times.
If it's necessary. If it was necessary, I called them, yeah.
Okay, and each time you've done this, has it been a legitimate concern on your part?
Absolutely, and I have
So you've never done this without a legitimate concern?
No, and also I was told by my lawyers to get records of every time he is doing something wrong. Every time he's not giving you your child at the time he's supposed to be giving you your child, every time he is withholding the child, every time he is doing something wrong regarding her health, any bit of way whatsoever, record it, document every single situation. And that is what I did and what I was told to do.